Okay, so I did not cover this yesterday. Um, because it's, first of all, it's another mukbang, which makes me sick, right? It's not as bad as some of the other ones, but it's still pretty bad. And um, she's so childish. The shit she pulled, saying that she was going to go to Canada and then saying she changed her mind, and just the smug look on her face while she was doing this, the sticking her face out and saying, "Here's your thumbnail." I'm so depressed, right? Right, Chantal? I'm so depressed. You gotta stop lying to your audience. For real. Figure out how to get some, like, actual interesting content, good content. Because I think part of your mental health problem is that you're going online not only to seek praise that is undeserved, but to fight people. You are looking for arguments, period. And that's why you want to put out like some of the most offensive bullshit possible, and then complain that React channels don't like your channel. Well, um, you are certainly a case study in YouTubers, because this is some gross shit that you've been doing. And for the amount of food that you eat on a daily basis, just in one meal, and we know that you're eating more than one meal, um, you're eating enough for a family of 4 to 6. And Salah is never there. He is never there. He never eats with you. He never shares a meal with you. And the times that you have shown him eating with you have been when you've gone to a restaurant like PF Chang's, right? And when he did take you to PF Chang's, he had something like 4 family size entree platters on the table. He didn't want to eat, and he didn't like anything on the table. He's like, "No, I don't really like this. No, I don't really like that." And you cleared all of it. You cleared all of those entrees and the lettuce wraps. Give me a break.
Hello guys, salam alaikum. Welcome back to another video. I have a very special meal. This is tahuya. I'll put the spelling here, tahuya. It's a plate of different kinds of cheeses. We have like Kraft cheese with some za'atar.
Kraft cheese is part of a traditional Kuwaiti breakfast. Chantal, you expect anybody to believe that? Kraft cheese? That's an American cheese. You understand this, right? Okay. And who the hell eats that much cheese for breakfast? That looks like something you put out for like an afternoon party. Please. Oh my god.
Olive oil, some feta, some cream, fresh cream, halloumi, and labna. So yes, it's very delicious.
Starting off strong with a serving platter of cheeses. How's that weight loss coming along?
And with some vegetables, mint, and some jam in the middle. And we have some fresh bread. We have some falafel and pickles, and a chicken sandwich, and some hummus. I'm not going to eat all of this, but I'm going to eat some of it and then save the rest.
Breakfast, lunch, and...
I'm sure. At least she's trying to make it look like she's not eating everything anymore. But we know that girl is not hanging on to leftovers. She's clearing it.
Dinner mukbang all in one. Shameless.
So yeah, bismillah. Let's start. I'm going to start with falafel with the hummus. Alright. This is like an Arab breakfast, but it's like my morning, so... A lot of you are not going to understand what I'm about to say or where I'm coming from. So I have another announcement. And I know people think I'm trolling and I'm doing this for views. So I'm going to try to explain the best I can to make you kind of understand how I feel right now and how I've been feeling. It's like I'm in a tug of war.
To make us understand. What a condescending piece of crap. Like, no, you need to just bring your content to your channel and have it be entertaining and interesting so that people want to watch it. You don't need to explain to us your mental health issues. Like, we don't need to know that bullshit.
Okay, so like Canada, Kuwait, west, east, east, west, east, west. And it's actually very confusing for me because I come from Canada, right? But when I'm in Canada, I miss my family here. And when I'm here, I obviously miss my family there. I get moments where I just want to go back to being a mess because changing is a lot harder.
What happened to going back to Canada to deal with my mental health and I miss my family? You couldn't keep up that life for even a day. Nope. You just miss getting stoned.
I want to go back to just sitting on a reclining couch and being buzzed out of my mind and just Mario beezing.
Oh, so this was just rooted in your sick jealousy of FFG then? Did it bother you so much seeing her having fun with her community, playing Mario Kart together while being baked? I swear, FFG is living rent-free in your head, lol.
But then I really think about it, because you know I'm impulsive, and I think, do I really want that?
Correction. Can I really afford that?
Do I really want to go back to?
And also, can I deal with the fact that I'm not going to be as successful as Frenchie if I try and do the same thing, right? She knows that her Twitch is not going well. She's not getting a lot of viewers. She sucks at gaming, and she doesn't want the competition.
Thinking of setting up a whole new life alone on my own.
Girl, you're already on your own. You're not.
Yeah, and that's a very interesting way to put it. Setting up a whole new life on my own. So that sounds pretty permanent, Chantel. That sounds pretty permanent. Is that what you were intending on saying on Tuesday? Was I'm out of here. The Kuwait arc is over. I'm leaving Salah. Because you didn't actually say those things. You said you were going back to Canada for healthcare. If you love this man, as you say you do, why aren't you, the two of you, making plans to move back to Canada? Why can't he be the one on the travel visa crossing over borders to renew it? What is the problem here? You guys flew to Thailand together. So why is it difficult for him to get into Canada? Or are you afraid that if you get him to Canada, actually have a legal marriage with him and start the process for him to get a green card or whatever the equivalent is in Canada, however they do it there, that he will start making plans to leave you? Because that his ultimate goal? Do you trust this man at all? Because you check his phone for receipts, right? You are inspecting his phone. You have forbade him from being online other than as a mod in your online space. But he's not allowed to have his own presence because once, he was outed as a pervert, there is no coming back from that. He can't have time to try and repair his reputation. You just want him to be have no way of coming back from that? Does that sound fair to you? I mean, if he cheated on you, that's between you and him and Kai Bella, really. But um, that's all on you guys. You guys got to figure that out on your own. But the whole trying to put him down like that is nuts. It's absolute nuts. And yeah, why are you so obsessed with French fried girl? You were so obsessed with her. I mean, the two of you kind of have like this high school rivalry going on, but you know that she shops in Cornwall. She does business in Cornwall. She's not stalking you. There have not been any threats made against you. So what are you worried about? You don't have any legal bearing for trying to be like, I don't want to deal with the legal of this right now. What are you even talking about? There is no legal. The best you could do is try and get her for like defamation. But even then, you're not going to, because what she's saying is probably true, right? Or at least her opinion. And you're allowed to have opinions about public personalities. Period.
Fooling anyone. Besides, didn't you just tell us in your last video how your family was ready to be your support system?
And how can I leave my family here? Like, how can I leave my family? I mean, my husband and my pets. I never said the healthcare was cheaper here. At least I don't remember saying that, which doesn't make sense because the...
well, how can you go day 2 after that was literally circulating the web, the YouTubers, for a couple of days before you made this mukbang? Reclips of you saying that I can get pretty much anything for $3. Come on now.
Healthcare in Canada is covered, you know, completely. But I remember how hard it is. It's almost impossible to get a family physician. Anytime I would go to the clinic, if you don't go line up at 8 a.m., the clinic fills up very quickly.
Then...
okay. You're an adult. Get your ass up and over to the clinic and in line by 7:30.
Be there before 8 a.m. She really doesn't grasp the seriousness of her situation. Girl, you can kiss that leg goodbye.
It's universal, right? So there's going to be long wait times. No matter where I am, I have to get a grip on a lot of things that have nothing to do with anyone else but me.
She says whilst sitting there, stuffing her face with food for an entire family. This is just her breakfast. She rather sit there throwing out buzzwords once a while than actually make positive changes for her health. Everything is a performance.
This is a chicken fillet sandwich. I'm just gonna eat half. I don't have like a huge... This is like the first thing I've eaten today. The thing is like, I'm sorry that I changed my mind so many times and just confuse people. I get my family's hopes up, because of course they would prefer to have me close. They also just want me to make my own decisions to be happy. I'm glad they think that way. What I'm down about right now, honestly, why I seem down, is because of my indecisiveness. And it would be fine if it just affected me, but it affects other people around me that I love.
Or are you just scared to leave Scatman by himself?
So I'm gonna stick it out here. Even in Canada, I would isolate a lot.
And what do you call this then?
There's a lot of knee problems I have to work on no matter what country I'm in. And Salah assured me, like, don't worry about money for healthcare, because I feel like a burden. He's like, don't worry about that. If you need tests, we'll get them. Like,
if he's so supportive, why isn't he basically pushing you out of the house a little bit more, making you go out, you know, and saying, look, you gotta stop eating this much food? Is he actively trying to kill you through food? Is that what's happening here? I certainly hope you didn't take out a life insurance policy on yourself for this situation, because this is scary, dude. What's happening here is absolutely terrifying, and you're acting completely childish. You think that you've changed since you went to Kuwait? You are still a child. You're still in the mentality of a petulant child. If you think you can get mental health in Kuwait, then you should go for it. But I think that you shouldn't sign up for something if you can't stay on track with your appointments. And it sounds like you're going to have to do some travel here real soon to renew that visa. So if that's the case, you better start making some appointments in Canada.
Don't worry. I know a lot of you are not going to understand my love for the Middle East. I never understood it until I came here. And I fell in love with it. I feel like if I went back to Canada...
You never leave your apartment. What is this love of the Middle East bullshit? You never leave your apartment, according to you, basically. So unless you're doing stuff off camera that you're not telling us about, that's much more fun and would probably make better entertainment, you're lying. I don't know what sort of relationships you have. I mean, I've heard other channels talk about it, that they're not great, that you have in Canada, that you're trying to run from, or your back taxes that you haven't paid, or your bankruptcies. I mean, it seems like you're just running. You're running from everything, and you're willing to stay with that pervert who is probably not actually living with you, just to have this like safe haven from all of your Canadian problems. Face the music, Chantal. Start paying your bills. Call them up and make a payment plan. God damn, girl.
I'd have to be burdened with like a legal battle against someone who literally stalks me.
You out of all people are...
No. She lives near you. She does business in the same areas as you. That is not stalking, okay? And she knows some of the same people as you. That is not stalking. You have nothing to go on here. You have absolutely nothing to go on here. When did she threaten you with violence? Because that's how you get a restraining order. Otherwise, your best bet is a defamation case, and that's very difficult to prove. And I don't think you can get that done either.
I'm gonna call another person a stalker. We all remember how you drove all the way to Montreal to peep into neighbor's kitchen window and try the front door handle on a night he told you he was away. But no, you're not a stalker.
You have to say, oh, whatever. The person doesn't stalk you. Excuse me? This psycho drove from their city to where I was to go check out somewhere I was shopping at.
Oh my god, she went to a store, someone called the police.
Doesn't matter the reason. That alone is psychotic behavior. And it's happened more than once. So that's a small factor that I would have to deal with, and I just don't.
Okay, but you tried to break into an ex-lover's house and peer through his window. Right? That is actual stalker behavior.
I don't want to be in the same country as those people either. I'm not physically afraid of the person, I don't want to have to deal with it legal matters. You catch my drift?
No.
So, beyond that, I can't bring myself to imagine living my life without the support of my husband. You can think what you want of him, but he's a very supportive husband in a lot of ways. Ways that I would miss a lot on a daily basis, you know?
Bringing you your tick out.
I don't know why I'm explaining myself, but probably because I announced that I'm going to Canada and now I have to explain why I'm not. And that's my final decision. I will not be recanting because I can't keep doing that. I mean, obviously, if I really want to go back, I will, but I feel like Foodie Beauty is truly gone.
Excuse me, just because you put on a hijab doesn't mean you're not the same vile being as before. Zero introspection.
I think people who say that I'm bigger here don't remember the days when I first moved into the villa. I was over 400 pounds.
I can't believe I'm saying this, But you looked slimmer compared to how you look now. You are so delusional, foodie.
I wasn't happy either. Well, less so. I didn't believe in God. I had a huge amount of apathy. I will try to.
You still don't believe in God. You literally on December 28th said, I don't believe in God. I want to take the job off. I've been hanging out with Pete's, my husband. Like, what? It's just that fleeting to you? Religion is just like, well, I don't know. I like him now. I'm happy that he's, picking up groceries for me and my takeout and bringing Howie down to visit once in a while. So now he's in your good graces and you're willing to pay for all that bullshit. Okay.
Stay focused on my marriage, Ramadan. I don't know why I have to even say this, but some people actually believe when I'm being sarcastic. My husband only has one wife, me. He doesn't sleep out of the apartment. We live together. We are married. Again, we have to legally be. Ask the ministry yourself if you want to. Whatever. How are people going to believe someone who doesn't live our life over us? Or somebody who has no proof. We're not going out together. He asked me to come along with him. A lot of the time I don't feel like it. I'm isolated because I self-isolate. I can go out anytime I want. Just say, can you take me here?
Dude, you are really tempting fate. Not only with your poor health habits here, but also with all of the crap that you put online about your status, the fact that you're having to travel every 3 months, that you won't actually show a real marriage. You're really tempting fate. And you got a lot of viewers who, you're right, somebody might actually report you.
Fine, a lot of the time he encourages me to go out. When I'm in a rut, I don't feel like it. A lot of the time. We're not together. He's video chatting me the whole time.
That sounds healthy. No trust issues here, right?
So most of the time. Sending me pictures when he's somewhere. I'm so...
Well, how long is he gone for that you need to actually have video chats with him? I mean, that sounds like a long distance relationship. Like what I have with my boyfriend. He's far away. He lives 2 hours away. So in the times that we cannot be together, we Zoom together at night for maybe a couple hours. It's not like all day or anything. It's like for a couple hours at night, we'll watch some funny clips together. We might even watch some of the stuff that I've done on my channel, and talk about updates with the ED world, the girl world, and the Eugenia Cooney stuff. But, Chantel, if he lives with you, why the hell do you need to video chat him all the time? That's very odd.
A million times, so I guess I'm gonna make that the last time I say that. He has more than one wife. He lives in another apartment. But then, how can we afford all these apartments and wives? Because you have to provide for your wives. You can't just marry another wife if you're a broke ass,
Was that a slip up? Did she just admit to him being a broke ass?
You guys really, really know nothing. You speculate, but you're so wrong on a lot of things. But yeah, they'll say he has another wife, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I mean, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because...
We're wrong on a lot of things. Not all things, but a lot of things. Chantel, if he is living in a different unit, do you think perhaps that might be a drain on your financial resources and one of the reasons that it's more difficult for you to actually, have a nice car and, things like that? I mean, it's kind of like, look, you supposedly have this huge ass channel that supposedly has viewers, which would supposedly give you AdSense enough for you to actually live your life, right? Um, how are you spending that money? How are you spending that money?
Rumors are rumors, but just know there's no truth to them. And I was being sarcastic and like, yes, like playing into that, you know. And people are just not like that here. People are just not weird like that. They don't have that mentality.
How would you know? You know no one there, lol. You just enjoy taking jabs at the Western world whenever you see fit.
And I'm not saying all people are like that in the West, obviously, but all of the weirdo people.
You don't know anybody. You don't know anybody in Kuwait except for Salah. And the people that he knows do gossip about you. Allah, his friend, remember, did an interview with what's her face, Skinny Queen. So you're full of shit again.
People who are obsessed with me, and it's like I don't know the mentality of people who follow people like that. I guess that's all I have to say. I'm going to continue to work on myself, try to seek help here. So I mean, Salah's insisting I don't have to worry about the monetary side of the healthcare. I guess that's it. Enough rambling. I think I confused people even more with this video. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Dude, oh my god, she's such a child, you guys. She's such a child. Alright, I guess that's it. So I will drop the link to the original video so that this channel gets credit. And wow. I don't even know what to say, Chantal. It's pretty pathetic. Like, what you did in the last 2 days was so high school drama. I'm going to leave you. Okay, baby, I'll stay. Mm-hmm. All right.